Hey, good morning. Yes, sir. Jesus is Lord. I love to say that. Jesus is Lord. Thank God the word works, and I'm not moved by what I see. Went out this evening to eat with a friend of ours at his house. On the way home, we got within a couple of miles of the house, and that's as far as we could go. I mean, the traffic was all backed up, and we found out storm had come through and took out a whole bunch of trees, probably 30 or 40 trees, and all of them was laying across the road. And so I called Mark. I said, son, I wouldn't promise about being at church first thing in the morning. I said, I don't even know when I'm going to get home, how long this is going to be, because trees are down everywhere. And I'm talking about huge trees, 8 to 10 feet big. I mean, it was a mess. Broke power lines and broke gas lines. And while I was talking to him, I said, I just don't know what tomorrow's going to hold. He said, well, the power's on at your house. I said, that's not possible. The power lines are all over the road. He said, well, it's on at your house. I said, well, okay. I said, how did you know that? He said, I logged into your computer and the computer's on, so that means your power's on. I said, oh, you cannot lose with the stuff we use. Thank God for the angels. And we got home and, it's late, 11 o'clock at night here. It took us that long to get through where all the stuff was over the road up there, but I didn't lose a tree. I didn't have any limbs in the yard. I don't even think I had any leaves in the yard. God's good to Frank. I believe God for his protection. And so I looked over there about 10 o'clock and Pat was sound asleep. Just put her little head on a pillow there next to me and went sound asleep. And I'm sitting there in the car and I'm thinking, she's been confessing that God renews her youth. And that's what she did when we were dating at 17 and 18 or so, 16, 17, 10 o'clock, 10:30. She'd go to sleep. Didn't matter where we were, what we were doing. She'd just go to sleep. So God has restored her youth and she's just like she was as a kid. Hey, the word's working. What I'm trying to get across to you is the word will prevail and take over in your life, whether it's believing God for the protection of the angels, whether it's believing God, for money to pay your bills, whether it's believing God for health in your body, whatever it is, the word is working and is prevailing in your life. Now, Dawson and Joy live next door to us, Zoe, and they have a big old dog named Charmin. Y'all have seen him. He comes up when I'm doing a program. Couldn't find him nowhere. He doesn't like thunder and lightning and all that kind of stuff. And don't ask me how. I think I've got an idea. Dawson came home, had to walk about a mile and a half to get here trying to find his dog. Couldn't find him nowhere. Went up and down the streets. Couldn't find him. Called him. He decided, well, I'm going to go check in the house. He came in my house, and there he was, sitting by the door, wagging his tail. I have no idea how that dog got in my house. He wasn't here when we left. Maybe the angels opened the door and let him in. I don't know. But he was protected. He wasn't scared anymore. Hey, God's got you on his mind, and it's for good things. Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11 says, I know the thoughts that I have for you, and they're for good things, not bad things, not evil, but good things. And he said for peace, that means the peace, shalom of God, peace that passeth all natural understanding. The best term I've ever heard is nothing broken and nothing lacking. God's got everything in control and taking care of you. Hey, watch this. And I have an expected future. It's a good one. God's got me on his mind for good things, got you on his mind for good things. And so you don't have to worry about, when storms comes, they'll go around you. They'll go over you. They'll pass you by. They cannot come nigh your dwelling. Now, that one got closer than I wanted it, about a mile, maybe two. And it made a mess through there, but it didn't come nigh my dwelling, and it cannot come nigh my dwelling because I've given the angels charge over thee. That's what the book says. I'll not dash my foot against the stone. Glory be to God. Hey, if you're not excited about God, go to the Word and find out what God said, because the Word is alive. It's powerful, sharper than any two-edged sword, and it will do whatever you meditate on it to do. Live in divine life. I don't get sick anymore. I did a few times, but I found out God healed me. He sent his word and healed me. And with his stripes I was healed. And I found out one of the benefits of being in the kingdom, who healeth all thy diseases, little ones, major ones, it doesn't matter. He healeth them all, because Acts chapter 10 verse 38 says how God anointed Jesus Christ of Nazareth, who went about doing good, not evil, but doing good, healing all that were oppressed of the devil. Thank God for the word. I preach it all the time, but when I drive through a storm area like that close to my house and realize I didn't have a limb down or a leaf down, God's looking out for Frank. I'm a blessed man. Hey, so until I'm with you tomorrow, remember all day, Jesus is Lord. And as always, thank God. Hey, the word works.